Huh. Well, I can't say it wasn't totally unexpected, but my hard drive got full, so I had to go and process all the footage before I could show you the end of the DLC, really. So here's my plan. There's these dossiers, and I tried to go down the list and read them and pause as I read them and give you enough time to pause the video. Thing is, Fraps doesn't seem to handle that very well. So the new plan is I'm going to run through them and give you time to pause, but it's all going to be in one clip. Because I've already read it all, had to throw out the footage because, I don't know, corruption, whatever. And after that we're going to do everything else aboard the Shadow Broker ship. And then we're going to talk to Liara. And I think that'll be an end. This is going to be a special short episode. So just pause when you want to read. Wow. That's pretty cold. Okay, I didn't read this stuff, but I can just look over the footage. Wow. Alright, this is... Ah, yes. Yeah. Miranda and Milos. Medical correspondence. Huh. Definitely, this is definitely unethical what we're doing. Looking through all this information on people. Pause if you want to read it. Pause if you want to read it. I've read it all before, so I'm doing what I should have done for the codex and what I still might do. I'm just giving you guys the rundown on all the data. I probably won't offer commentary for much of it because I tried that. Footage got corrupted. Mordin's documents were all particularly of interest, though. Just giving you enough time to pause it. Damn, Jacob. I go to the treadmill for like 30 minutes at Gold's Gym every other day, and I feel like a man, but... Yee. Ronald Taylor. This letter is particularly a tragic one in it. I think all sides would have preferred if Ronald Taylor had actually died on the crash of the Hugo Gernsback. We're basically going through Jack's Google search results. Galactic Poetry Monthly. Yep, Jack wrote some poetry. Here it is. You know what? I don't think it's that bad. A lot less fucks than I thought there would be in a Jack poem. And this is... It's exactly what you think it is. Fuck Cerberus? No, seriously, Cerberus goes down in the third game. I don't give a fuck. Zaid's story time with Kelly. I love Zaid's war stories. Glad I done. I had him on my first run of the game where I had my imported, basically the one I was going to use for the whole series, but then I then I did Let's Plays. My original ship was a man. Garrus Vicarian. Couple people just died. Extremely brutal execution of a slaver. And then these four all have very ironic deaths. Garrus really is turning into a comic book character. Hero or villain? Well, I'm gonna go with both on that. This is that scouter thing Garrus wears that tells him when it's over 9,000. I especially thought that was amusing. Blue Azure. We already learned what Azure means in Asari from the soundtrack to Vaenia. Asari Justicar Samara. Transmission log of her conversation with her two daughters who are being kept away because they're also R.Yakshi. Yes, that's 3 for 3. And the call was made 1755. I'm probably going too fast, but that's just a function of me being slightly bored. As you can see, mother to 3 R.Yakshi. What would that do to a person? Nothing positive, let's put it that way. Tali, Zorah, vast Normandy. Tali! I'm a huge Tali fanboy. But nope, no Tali romance for you, femship. Nope, nope, nope. Well, you know what? Liara. Oh, Liara, yeah. Derp. This was the messages Tali sent to the Shadow Broker from the first game. She tried to get in contact with him, and she should have noticed the red flag go up when the Shadow Broker agreed to meet her in person. Nobody meets the Shadow Broker in person. Ever. Ever, or they die. I mean, the fact that he would just agree to that for some random Quarian. Warning a line. And this is... after Haystrom. Kasumi Goto. Poetry logs. She makes haiku. A very interesting haiku, as a matter of fact. And Kasumi's lining up another, job. Yes, she has the Mona Lisa. She just does. Because she's fucking awesome like that. Thane Krios. Neutralization's a low priority because he's already got a terminal illness. Kill methods. They all end with Thane snapping your neck. Except for the Krogan. Alternative? Bomb. Yeah. Smart guy. And the medical report from Dr. Chuck was, how the fuck did... it's the Shadow Broker. Yeah. He has mythical powers to pull information straight out of his ass. I wonder if Liara can now do that. Any injury at this point will dramatically impact Mr. Krios' body and cause rapid degeneration. So every time he goes down, yeah. I feel a little guilty after reading that. Bringing him into a fight, but that's what he wants. If he doesn't fight, we're all dead. Grunt. Basically, this is all his transactions, his Google searches, his terminal activity. Interesting to see what Grunt is interested in. Dinosaurs. Rex. Human history, Earth, wars, warrior humans, great humans, war stories, Homer, Kipling, Hemingway. Huh. Interesting. Farewell to Ours deleted, yeah. Vaenia. Well, I can't say I'm particularly surprised by anything in this list. And that's all our squad mates. On to Cerberus, which has been retconned a bit, definitely since the last game. I'm not sure when the point was they knew that Cerberus was going to play such a pivotal role in the story of the series, but here's a timeline. By the way, fuck Cerberus. I mean, like, hardcore, like, fuck Cerberus. That's just... They're monsters. And I wish there was some way we could not work with Cerberus, but if we want to get back to life, we want to get the new Normandy, we want to stop the Collectors, basically. The Alliance sure isn't going to do it. They just left us for dead. And we saw when we met with fucking Ash on Horizon, that's basically the Alliance reaction to us. Okay, the Shadow Broker knows how many cigarettes the elusive man fucking smoked. My God. Fucking how? Suit worn today. Sexual liaisons in the past week. Well, what did Zaid say in his mission? Rage is a hell of an anesthetic. Well, power is a hell of an aphrodisiac. I would know. Being such a powerful man myself, of course. Captain Bailey. Good guy. But hey, he's Colonel Ty, so... it's, not surprising. List of materials read by CSEC officer Captain Bailey. Some of it's expected. In fact, all of it's pretty much expected. Survivor of Reaper attack on Citadel. First dealing with them off the record. Ample blackmail material. Yep. Aria TLoak. The stuff we read about her makes me really glad we never picked a fight. Ugh. And yet that still didn't work. Fuck. Fuck the Shadow Broker. I'm so glad he's dead. And I'm so glad Liara's the new broker. Now imagine if you romanced Tali or something as a guy. For the second game after you romanced Liara. I can't imagine how that ends too well. Now that Liara is, in fact, probably the most powerful person ever. In terms of just sheer knowledge is power, well, she's got more knowledge than anyone. Councilman Anderson. We saw entirely too little of him this game. I am hoping that Mass Effect 3 will rectify that. Fuck the Alliance, too. Fuck Cerberus and the Alliance. Ugh. I guess that means I'll have to... And fuck the Council. My list of people to turn to... Maybe we could go to the Turian hierarchy. Since we saved the Council, they're not quite ready to go to war with humanity yet. Which I think is probably going to be critical in the war ahead with the Reapers. Recent transactions. The Path of Lies, the history of the Lost Military, afraid of the dark, Reapers, Collectors, and other myths. Yeah. Admiral Stephen Hackett. I think we actually saw his face on the intro cutscene to the Arrival DLC when we got the message in our quarters. But otherwise we've never seen him, which is why we don't get a picture of him. And the Alliance wants to bring us into custody. Request fucking denied. Admiral Hackett, this is why you are awesome. We helped him out a lot in the last game. And the Shadow Broker himself. Mail Archive. I'm just gonna let you pause at each paragraph if you want. If not, I won't be amazed if you skip this whole section. But we're pretty much done here. That's the exact message that Liara sent out. I guess that's how secession goes. Those are the dossiers, everybody. We've already looked into the investment opportunities, right? Yep. I wonder if we come back later if there'll be money. Money. Advanced training. We can use this terminal to respec any of our companions. No, I actually don't really want to. I mean, I've pretty much spec'd out everybody just how I like them. We will talk to Liara last. Certainly not least. Survey information. We get things that are rich in EZO, Iridium, Palladium, and Platinum. You know what? I might not do any more mining, but I'd rather have these options available. So actually, maybe you should do this earlier on. I might reverse my earlier recommendation to do this late game. We're gonna grab that model of the collector ship. Pretty cool. And there's actually more up here. There's a research terminal and upgrades that we can get real quick. Heavy pistol damage? Yes. Damage protection? Yes. Accepted. And that's about it. We can get the avalanche, but man, there's no point to it. Not at this phase. We've actually got a ton of upgrades now. So all sorts of upgrades. Yeesh. All that mining. I'm so glad I cut out most of it. Customize our gear here too. This is basically like another base for us. So yeah, maybe you should do this early. That'd be interesting. Farron's chilling out.
Shepard, glad you stopped by. We don't get many visitors.
I bet.
Take it easy. You've been through a lot.
You're probably right. I never did say thanks for the rescue.
Liara never gave up on you, Farron. I just helped.
I'm still amazed Liara came for me. I'll never forget what either of you did.
I can log that in the archives for you, sir.
I see you met the Secretary.
It doesn't seem to think we're both the Shadow Broker now, so that's good.
What will you do now that you're a free man?
I want to help Liara rebuild this place. But after that...
Your schedule's getting full, sir. Let me sync it to your Omni tool.
No thanks, I'm fine.
How do you think Liara's doing as the new Shadow Broker?
Operations are almost fully recovered after a slight dip in efficiency.
Ever since we repaired the network, Liara's been glued to the archives. I caught her sleeping at her desk more than once. She's busy, but I think she likes it that way.
Lot to go over for sure.
How you holding up, Farron?
I'll be alright. I wasn't always strapped into that interrogation chair. Drell can mentally escape into old memories. It came in handy on the bad days.
Fair enough.
How did you and Liara both end up looking for my body?
Cerberus headhunted me and Liara to steal your body from the Shadow Broker. I was working for the broker at the time, and he's the one who scraped up your remains in the first place.
What turned you against the Shadow Broker?
He started working for the Collectors. You weren't their first victim. Was an information trader, not a slaver.
That's noble, man.
Looks like you've made a friend.
The drone follows everyone. I don't know why the broker kept it around.
I'm a shell for a specialized data processing VI, custom built to your specifications, Shadow Broker.
Oh.
It helps coordinate the network's massive information feeds, but it could use a different interface tone.
You deemed my default personality sufficient for your needs, Shadow Broker.
I wish it would stop calling me that.
Yeah, we'll get around to that eventually. That's probably pretty low priority.
For 2 years, Liara didn't stop looking for you. You two must have been close.
She's a good friend. Better than I deserve.
Take it easy, Baron.
Thanks.
We can even put on some music if we felt like it. And up here, the final attraction of the ship besides Liara herself.
What does this console do?
This is the video surveillance access point. I've queued up the archive footage you requested on your last visit, Shadow Broker. Remember, you can zoom in for more detailed viewing and can pause anytime during playback.
Now,
Aria TLoak, Omega.
I've actually gone through these, and they're not anything really special. I'll go ahead and play them for you. Next.
Emily Wong, Citadel.
And that's it.
Fred Mazai, Citadel.
Why does the Shadow Broker want to watch this? That's my question.
Donel Udina, Citadel.
Oh, Ambassador Udina, you always were the biggest dick bag in the bunch.
Armando Bailey, Citadel.
Captain Bailey. Ooh, looks like he's been hitting the drinks. That Gaius fracking Boltar.
David Anderson, Citadel.
The councilman. He's a good guy. Oh, he's talking to a guy in a Cerberus uniform. I didn't actually notice that the first time I viewed this footage. That's interesting. Well,
Praetor Gavon, Omega.
I can't say that's not a bit entertaining.
Kalisa bint Sinan Al-Jilani, Citadel.
Remember the reporter who accosted us in the last game and this game? Well, it turns out you could punch her each time, and that's kind of her thing. And people are expecting in Mass Effect 3 for her to make a triumphant return to once again get punched in the face. Even though we didn't do it, this Krogan felt the need to step in and assume responsibility for what we should have done. And there you go.
Keeper 20, Citadel.
Huh. Derpa derpa derpa. Now, I honestly have no clue why the hell this little bit of footage is queued up.
Matriarch Atheta, Ilium.
Atheta. Notice the picture on the desk? I think that's Liara's mother.
Erdnot Torsk, Tuchanka.
Well, it looks like the Krogans are getting along just fine. Yeah.
Elias Kellum, Omega.
Oh, that's that racist... that racist Turian politician. I'll play that again.
Jacob Taylor, Normandy SR2.
I can't go back? Well, you saw it. The guy got ran over by a human. I'm guessing that's an accident. I'm guessing that's why he hates humans so much. Spying on Jacob. Heavy risk. But the prize.
Subject 0, Purgatory, ship now defunct.
Jesus. Okay, that was pretty badass.
Aria TLoak, Omega.
Huh? Alright, it's looping back. So, yeah, that's it for the archive footage. It's what it is. Check for more videos on your next visit. Yep, I'm not sure if I'll actually do that at all. I wonder if I get requested for it to queue me up footage, and I can't, obviously, because that would be really hard to implement as a game feature. We've checked out pretty much everything about the Shadow Broker's lair except the new Shadow Broker herself, and I wanted to save the best to last. This is basically for all the fans who were, like me, pissed about Liara's low involvement in the game. They fixed that. So let's talk to her.
How are you doing, Liam?
I'm a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. The Shadow Broker had more resources than you can imagine. Here, come on over. He had top-level access to the Turian and Asari governments. And more than one Solarian Dalatros traded intel. At least I get to share it with you.
You're not gonna turn into a recluse with creepy information on everyone in the galaxy, are you?
I can understand the temptation. I've got all the secrets of the galaxy at my fingertips. Give me 10 minutes and I could start a war. But I've got a purpose. Helping you stop the Reapers. That will keep me honest. You know, relatively speaking.
Fair enough.
If you're in over your head, we could just crash this thing and walk away.
That's just it. In a way, I feel like I belong here. Working on my own, I was always hunting for leads. With the Shadow Broker's resources, it's about organizing, cataloging. I've got everything, Shepard. This is a dream job. Although, the location could be better.
It's pretty badass, but yeah, I bet you don't get many visitors or social calls.
Have you found anything useful yet?
The Shadow Broker knew about the Reapers. Perhaps that's why he offered to help prove Saren's guilt to the Council.
He didn't want Saren to succeed.
Really?
He also knew that the Collectors were Protheans, repurposed to be Harbinger's puppets. There's even some data on the Protheans. I think he knew what was coming and was looking for a way to survive.
Why was he still looking at Protheans? They gave us the warning in the conduit at Ilos, but we've used those.
The Shadow Broker seemed to think there was more out there. Perhaps the Protheans had other plans. Or maybe he was just grasping at anything that offered some hope.
Fair enough. I don't know, wouldn't he be trying to help us if he knew the apocalypse was coming? Like, help us as much as he could?
How'd you know what the Shadow Broker was?
I didn't. I had no idea what to expect when we finally found him. But I researched pre-spaceflight cultures during some of my Prothean studies. I know a bit about the Yogg. There's more on the terminals if you want to look. They're a fascinating culture, and a terrifying one.
Apparently. Remember, the Krogans were unleashed on the galaxy, but the Yogg were the ones that were quarantined to their home planet, because they're so fucking scary.
How's Farron doing?
As well as you'd expect, after 2 years of intermittent torture.
He gonna be okay?
I don't know. He wants to work, so I'm letting him help. Maybe it takes his mind off it.
Fair enough.
You know, I didn't come down here just to talk about data.
Look, about the kiss. We just finished the fight. I miss you, but it's been 2 years. I don't want to put pressure on you.
I've got fond memories of the last time you put pressure on me.
So do I.
Why don't you come to the Normandy for drinks?
I'd like that.
Cool.
Good. Get your things and come on up.
Okay, thanks. I'll be right there. Just give me a minute.
So amazingly blue.
Did you enjoy the tour?
Yes, it's a beautiful ship. And I ran into Joker. He seemed happy to see me. Although he did ask if you and I would be acting out scenes from some vid called Vanya.
Of course he did.
We'll have to talk with him about that later.
I also spoke with Dr. Chakwas. I'm glad she's doing well. I brought you something. It took some digging, but I recovered your tags.
Whoa. How?
I thought I'd never see these again.
You can't get back everything you lose, but sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, that was the plan.
How are you actually doing, Shepard? I mean, really. Not what you tell your squad to keep morale up.
Interesting bit into Shepard's character, which we don't see that often.
I'm okay. Really. It's been rough, but we'll get it done.
You've certainly made a good start, even if those idiots on the council won't admit it. There wouldn't be a man, woman, or child left on Horizon, if not for you.
I saved some of them. Not enough. And the Collectors will keep hitting colonies until I stop them.
So you'll stop them.
And here I thought it'd be difficult.
You'll get the job done. You always do. I just don't know what comes next. So tell me what you want. If this all ends tomorrow, what happens to us?
I don't know. Marriage, old age, and a lot of little blue children?
You just say these things. Goddess, you were dead.
I got better.
This time, but you're going to leave again. When your team is ready, you'll leap through the Omega-4 relay. I spent 2 years mourning you. So if we're going to try this, I need to know you're always coming back.
I don't know. That's a pretty big promise to make.
Oh, is it?
I'd have to have something special to come back to.
I'm open to suggestions.
How about this?
Thank you, Shepard, for the drinks and everything.
Come back soon, Liara.
Thank you for watching Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Next time, it'll be the Arrival DLC, and then we'll be cleared to lock ourselves into the in-game glide path. I'm Hunter Black Luna. See you guys later.